there she is. A little 12-volt battery I was waiting for. And this beautiful thing that just came in. Striker Vivid 4VC. Gotta see them fish, right? I was looking at a few things, and there's a couple guys that do this little disconnect right here. The Hopkins one. Thinking of doing that myself. I had to switch out my batteries real quick, but if you haven't picked one of these bad boys up by Artman, man, I suggest you do yourself just that. Look at that. Comes with 3. Thing works like a charm, I'll tell you. Well, let's see what Wally World has. I'm trying to pick up a waterproof type box. I hear they got them cheaper over there, so let's go see that. Oh, it's Wally World. Man, I remember when I always wanted to get a kayak from over there, but I'm good on kayaks. People always tell me, how do you call yourself battle-born fishing, but you hardly post videos in Nevada? That's my apologies. Every time I try to go, I get skunked. I'll be honest. I go to Utah, I always hit. I don't know what it is. But I promise this Jumbo's gonna bring back battle-born fish. Here's what I was looking for right here. Looks like the dimensions are about right. There she is. All we'll need. I mean, I need some of those, but do I need that many? Fuck. Gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. This is a little different than the one you get at Amazon, but that one's almost $20. I got this one for $9, and look at this. It's the 1.5 liter. And just so you can see that it does fit the battery. Let's test her out. There she is. Of course, I'm gonna be drilling the hole out on this side, not really on this side, but oh, it looks like this is all I'm gonna need for the dry box. Obviously, I'm only gonna need a number 9 boot, but just gotta have everything mapped out. My expenses looking good. It's two-sided. Gonna cut this thing down the middle right here. So then we end up with something like this. But next, I'm gonna grab these bad boys. I'm gonna cut some of this. Alright, there he goes. It actually helps if you do that. Now do that to the other side. I've cut these wires out. Slide these two. Obviously, I couldn't find a white one, but you get where I'm going with this. Or a black one. Red with red. Blue with what should have been black. Just gotta grab these little bad boys and make sure it locks down tight, because if you don't do that, you'll run into some problems later. So make it look that tight. Very, very tight, as you can see. Now you're gonna grab the other half of your Hopkins accessory cable and just try to cut off a little bit of this. Got these cables spliced. We got a red and blue connectors, but before anything, don't forget to grab your heat shrink and throw it in the loop before you start, because you're gonna complain later, why didn't I do that? So I grab these, push them in as far as they go. If you look in there, you'll see them touching that little middle barrier. That's what you want. Push them as far as you can. Don't forget to twist, because if you don't twist, you're not going to be able to do that. And of course, let's grab our handy dandy clamps right here and let's clamp away. Next, you're going to grab your fish finder cable. Grab your red and black. Remember, we're not going to use this blue, so don't get confused with the blue and the brown right here. You're going to grab your black and your red, of course. And remember, red goes with red. So red goes inside of red. and black goes with white, like that. And we're gonna go ahead and clamp those down also. I'm gonna grab these to kind of put them together, and grab your heat shrink, slide it right over, just like that. And the reason I told you to put this heat shrink on first is because can't get it over there, can't get it over the feet. Go ahead and grab your fish finder. Grab your cables. Connect your fish finder. I'm gonna set that off right there. Connect your battery first. Alright, and go ahead and connect your Hopkins accessory together. And let's see if she powers on. There she is. Looks like we did a good connection. Good job. And now that we established that we got a good connection, it'd be a good time to grab a heat gun or a lighter to shrink the heat shrink down. And of course, do it from a distance if you got the heat gun, because funny story, me and my buddy were trying to fix a paddle boat one time, and we're just sitting there talking, drinking. Next thing you know, we blew a hole inside the paddle boat bigger than what it needed to be repaired, about the size of a baseball. It was ridiculous, man. Alright, now just to add a little bit of more support, kind of like a precaution thing, I'll grab some electrical tape. I'll tape both ends so when I pull them off, I don't end up losing that connection one day. And I'll do the same for the heat shrink, just to make sure no water gets in there by some chance. And I will do the same down on this end. And since I'm gonna keep these cables, I might as well tape these ends too, just because. Alright, and I guess just as some more precautionary measures, I'm gonna grab some Velcro, slap one on the side of here, slap the other piece down here, put the Velcro in there and stick it down, so then you could just come right over and not even have to worry about measurements, because the sticky side will be up, and the moment you set your battery down, you'll be ready to go. Okay, so I'm putting my battery in. Looks like I'm gonna be drilling a hole right around this general area right here. Alright. Got the uni bit. You could use a paddle bit. The point is just make sure that you get enough of a hole that's not too big. So this turned out to be a lot better than this paddle bit, so I'd recommend using one of these uni bits right here. Basically all you're gonna do is just make sure that it fits in. Look at how nice and tight that is. Perfect. So make sure you take apart your number 9 boot one by one, because they're not gonna fit together. And once you put one by one, don't lose that little rubber. Insert those one by one and attach that the other side. I'll show you in a bit. Fast forwarded. All right, pretty good. Now we just gotta connect to the battery, and then we'll try the transducer and the fish finder here soon. Now that you got your battery connected, make sure that your rubber boot has the rubber in here, and make sure it is inside that slot, because when you go to tighten this up, it's not gonna be flush. Go ahead and re-establish that connection to make sure that you got everything properly connected. Sorry, there it goes. She should be ready to go. Most of these transducers have a mount, so just find out where you're gonna mount that. And don't forget about your starboard plate for your transducer, because that's gonna be very important later. Alright guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Any comments, questions, you know what to do. Yep. Look at that. Velcro's holding up perfect. Bet you never seen it done with the Velcro in there. And when you're done using her, all you have to do is just come over. It's a little tough to disconnect this part. It takes a few times and then it gets easier. And there it is. Take her apart, go put that somewhere. You got this ready to go for next time. You can even keep it on your boat if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend it. Somebody might, you know, like your little project.